Hi, I'm Dave Karger. Thanks for staying with me tonight on TCM. Up next, our 31 Days of Oscar lineup continues with another Oscar-winning silent film. This one holds the distinction of being the first film ever to win the Academy Award for Best Picture. From director William Wellman in 1927, it's Wings. Set during World War I, the story follows two young American men training to become pilots. When they head off to Europe to fight in the war, they leave behind the women who love them. The men are played by Richard Arlen and Charles Buddy Rogers, but the top-billed star of the film is Clara Bow, playing one of the women left behind who decides to join the fight in Europe in her own way as an ambulance driver. Wings was a passion project for its director, William Wellman, who had served as a fighter pilot during World War I and skillfully parlayed his aviation and wartime experience onto the screen. The movie was groundbreaking, and even by today's standards, the aviation stunts and footage of aerial combat are impressive to watch. To make certain aerial sequences look realistic, both lead actors were required to actually fly their airplanes, which were rigged with special camera mounts. That wasn't a problem for Richard Arlen, who was also a trained pilot and had served in the Royal Air Force, known then as the Royal Naval Air Services. But Buddy Rogers had never even been in a plane, so not only did he have to learn to fly, he also had to act and control the camera in the plane at the same time. Wings premiered in 1927 and became a big hit, and 2 years later, at the first Academy Award ceremony, it became the first film to take home the award for Best Picture. From Paramount in 1927, also with Jobina Ralston and Gary Cooper, this is Wings. At the first Academy Awards ceremony in 1929, the Best Picture category was split into two separate awards, one for Outstanding Picture and one for Unique and Artistic Picture. Wings won in the former category, and F.W. Murnau's 1927 drama Sunrise, which we showed earlier tonight on TCM, won for Unique and Artistic Picture. After that first year, the two categories were merged into a single Oscar for Outstanding Production. The category went through several name changes over the years, finally going by Best Picture, starting in 1962. 2 months after Wings premiered in 1927, Warner Brothers released The Jazz Singer, which forever transformed the industry, signaling the end of the silent era and the dawn of talking pictures. By the time the second Academy Awards ceremony rolled around in 1930, talkies were here to stay, and the Best Picture winner was MGM's all-talking, all-dancing, all-singing musical, The Broadway Melody. Wings remained the only silent film ever to win the Best Picture Oscar, but that changed when the 2011 essentially silent movie, The Artist, repeated the achievement 84 years later. Up next is a film that competed against Wings in the Best Picture category, a crime drama from 1928 directed by Louis Milestone.
Next on TCM, The Racket, then The Crowd, and later, The Circus. It's Oscar Without a Net tonight.